What's good, y'all? Alright, now this video is kind of, it's more of like a reminder for myself. Now, most of these videos I do make because, I need to hear it. I need to hear the message that I'm speaking. You feel me? So I do sometimes go back and I watch my own videos. But this one specifically, I think it's something that I need to hear. And honestly, it's something that I've been needed to hear since I was a child. It's kind of like a self-reflection sort of thing. But I want to put this out there for y'all too, in case there's someone else who needs this reminder. Or maybe this eye-opening perspective. I don't know. You know what I mean? But you don't need to force people to hear you. I know a lot of times I've caught myself where I'm trying to get people to hear my opinion or to hear my voice and to listen to what I gotta say, especially when it comes to giving advice. Now, doing this sort of thing, of course, I haven't been doing this and making videos about it till like recently, but I've been helping people since I was like 15. When I gave my life to God, He gave me the ability to be able to speak wisdom into people. And I'm not sitting here saying I'm the wisest person, but I know a little something, right? Enough to at least help somebody. And one of the things that I've seen come with that, or not really come with that, but come from me helping people so often is there's times where I catch myself trying to force people to hear my message. Or not even just a message, but to just hear what I want to say. It could be something stupid, like a random opinion about like I don't like socks or something. Like, oh, I don't like black socks. Like, something stupid. Or something about like shoes or something. Like, it could be anything. But I've caught myself so many times where I'm trying to force someone to listen. And I want you to know, to whoever's listening, whoever's watching this video, that you don't need to do that. And you shouldn't need to do that. Whether you want them to or not, people will always make the choice on their own. You can't control what someone else decides to receive. Of course, we all want to be heard. We all want people to listen to us. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because I know I've been in that situation where I try to tell myself, like, oh, I don't need people to hear what I gotta say. And it's just not true. And I've realized that's been wrong. It's been wrong for me to pretend that I don't want to be heard. Because I've learned that when I stop pretending, it's when I can actually embrace it and I can change it even to where I'm not just saying it, but I'm living it. But maybe I'll get into that a little bit later. But people will decide whether they want to hear you or not. Whether you want them to, if you want to try to force your opinions on the people and your messages, even if it's out of the goodness in your heart, that doesn't make it right. Because people will go with what they want to hear. People misconstrued and take things out of proportion all the time. You know why they be doing that? It's because that's what they want to hear. A lot of people, especially when you try to speak truth to someone, reject it. Now, I can promise you, if you ever try to give advice to someone or like constructive criticism, I'm pretty sure everyone can sit here and say who's ever tried that they the person who they've been talking to has done some type of like gotten defensive or just rejected it and like got mad. Like, it's what people do. Now some people obviously are more receptive than others, but the reason I'm even bringing that up is just because to them a lot of things that you say can come off as like an insult. And I know it's a little bit off topic, but I'm gonna get back on topic in a sec. A lot of people will take whatever good it is you say and turn it into a negative thing simply because that's where their mindset's at. You know what I mean? Like if someone was insecure about their teeth, right? And you sat there and you told them to stop smiling because they were like, let's say you were just playing around. Like, man, stop smiling. Like, that shit ain't funny. Like, let's say they was laughing at you because, like, something happened and it made you mad. And you're like, man, stop smiling. And then they got insecure because they thought you were making fun of their teeth. But you know damn well you ain't talking about nothing like that. People gonna always go with what they want to hear. They always will. So the reason I'm saying that is because if people are going to choose what they want to hear, what makes you think they're not going to choose what they want to listen to in the first place?
Don't worry. If Jack really wanted to protect the vault key,
Now, of course, for a lot of people,
he'd have Wilhelm guarding it.
being heard is a lot more important than being misunderstood. But for me, it's honestly the opposite. I'd much rather someone not listen to me at all than to misunderstand me. Being misunderstood is like one of my pet peeves. I hate when people misunderstand me. But I've also learned that there's wrong in that too. That there's nothing wrong with being misunderstood. Because for me to feel a type of way about being misunderstood, it only means that I don't understand myself. And if that's true, if it's true that you don't like to be misunderstood, then I highly do advise that you reflect on yourself and you learn to understand why it is you don't like to feel misunderstood. Because in all honesty, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong if people don't get you. If they don't get why you do something, if they don't understand why you did what you did or why you moved the way you moved, there ain't nothing wrong with that. So, to be honest, it really ain't their business. Now, obviously, there's much nicer ways to probably say that, but I'm gonna just be honest. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. It don't matter. That's really the point I'm making. It don't. Nothing about what someone else thinks of you should ever matter in any circumstance. So it don't matter whether they want to listen to you or not. Now, don't get me wrong. It always, and probably forever will feel amazing to be heard and to be listened to. But just keep in mind that just because you may not feel like you've been listened to doesn't mean you still don't have a voice. It doesn't mean your voice doesn't matter. I'd honestly say that it just means that you never found someone who's willing to take the time to listen to you. You know what I mean? Because most people don't know how to show that type of care to other people. They don't know how to show value or appreciation. Because that's ultimately what it is. To spend time to listen to someone is to show them that you appreciate what they have to say. You appreciate their thoughts and their opinion and the way that they view something. Now, I'm not sitting here and saying you should sit here and listen to every single thing that every single person says to you. That's going to drain you out. But to understand that all some people need sometimes is someone to listen to them. Simply because they've never had it before. And who knows, you might just be the first person to be able to show them that level of respect. You know? But again, to tie this all back together, you do not need people to hear you at all. Whether it feel good or not, you are okay. If you learn to accept all the things that I just previously said, that you still have a voice. You still matter. Your opinion is still valid. You're okay to think the way that you do. You're okay to speak out even if people don't listen. If you learn to accept all of those things, then whether you are heard or not, whether people choose to listen to you or not, doesn't matter. Because as long as you know what you want to say, as long as you can say it for yourself, as long as you can think it, that's really the only thing that matters. Because that's what you can control. You need to stop focusing on things outside of you and trying to manipulate and control that. Focus on yourself and what you can do. But alright, y'all, that's it for this one. Y'all have an amazing day.
Whatever, I don't need ammo. Wasn't even close.
You killed Wilhelm? Holy hell, Jack doesn't stand a chance.